Small island developing states, or SIDS, require special attention in our quest for a sustainable planet. They are small, often remote, and always vulnerable. The impacts of climate variability and change pose an unprecedented threat to small island developing states, not only to their human populations, but certainly to the unique biodiversity found on many of them. On the first day of the conference, expectations run high at the prospect of participating in the first IWC event to be held on a small island developing state. Opening speakers eloquently welcomed participants and set the agenda.
On behalf of the government and people of Barbados, I warmly welcome you to the island of Barbados on this occasion of the 7th Global Environmental Facility Biennial International Conference.
This has always been an inspiring gathering of the minds, of projects, of solutions that come together every 2 years to talk about international waters in closed settings that we can exchange experiences. So this year, economic evaluation is the theme that runs through the conference as one of the themes we want to look at, and bridging the science and policy gap. This is the first time that we have the privilege to be in a small island development state.
As highly vulnerable countries, small island developing states have little latitude for wastage in time, effort, and resources in all spheres of their respective development agendas.
The message was clear: more must be done. We are here to participate, collaborate, and learn from each other. Sessions throughout the day reflected some of the key achievements and additional tools and applications for economic valuation. The first session began with deliberations on replicating good management practices in the wider Caribbean.
What do we want to see within 10 years from now? We want to see strengthened governance, much better integration and cooperation among all agencies and countries.
We anticipate that through our capacity building of professionals, through online courses, through links with universities, we will have a professional cadre that can continue this work.
The next session involved an update of key results from the GEF IW portfolio over the past 2 years.
Today, the objective of our session is to celebrate some project successes.
And if you could discuss how you structure your projects so that you have both the high-level, top-down agenda, but at the same time have an impact on the, at the local level.
I guess at the community level, where we thought we could have done better is giving communities access to or empowering communities through their own funding sources, hence our agreement with SGP to try and link those small grant projects at a local level.
The whole morning opening was really giving emphasis of the needs and the future development of the GEF programs. So it's very critical, and I think that's very important.
It was interesting to see the sort of thinking that's going on with this, and people looking at, something's going on in this region. I've always wondered about, for example, the question on how do you guys coordinate these different programs, and seeing those sorts of questions and seeing the level of thinking that's evolving as GEF matures more and more within the International Waters Program.
Energies ran high as results from the weekend's targeted workshops were presented and enthusiastically discussed.
Instead of telling them that, we found a couple of papers where they were putting an economic value for carbon sinks.
Careful of social valuation as well.
It's a very nice example, yes.
Yeah, we didn't talk about economics, but the most important thing for the 4 countries, Egypt, Chad, Libya, and Sudan.
The final session of Day 1 reviewed recent governance frameworks for management of international waters.
To go around or to sort of address lacks in legal frameworks.
Continuing the theme of showcasing achievements, the Innovation Marketplace was opened.
A great question that we got at the end of the presentation today was, how specifically are we really able to change behavior?
And we had a wonderful session in the morning, and our session's name is the Remote Sensing Technology Supports Integrated Water Resources Management.
I mean, now I can see that there's so many people working very, very hard, considering many issues, and there is really, really no need not to speak together. So I bring home a lot of friendships.
A film festival featuring IW projects ended the day on a cheerful note.
I encourage you all to take another sip of your drink, and we're going to start with the first movie.
Communities are increasingly concerned about the health of their watersheds.
We turn to the Caribbean Wastewater Project, the CREW project, which focuses on work being done on wastewater treatment and management of wastewater throughout the Caribbean.
And I'm really very, very pleased to accept the first place on behalf of the entire crew and on behalf of IWC7.
While there's been an increasing concern from the international community for SIDS, these concerns now need to translate into action like never before.